Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, please welcome your St. Louis Cardinals.
And on the mound in this one, Dustin May. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And we're underway from St. Louis. The 1-0. And another ball. May measures 6 feet 6 inches, 180 pounds, and he was a third-round pick back in 2016. Fouled off down the right side. Oh, that got him. First batter of the game is hit by the pitch.
Batting second, first baseman.
Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Busch.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently, batting over 300 so far this month.
At the ball.
Pretty smart not to serve something up for him right there. He's really good at hitting the first pitch.
Just getting started here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Left field, way back there. That's got a chance. And it one-hops the wall. Horner flies around third. The relay to the plate. Head first slide, and he's safe. On the board first, it's 1-zip.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Dangerous hitter at the plate in Alex Bregman. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Busch at second with nobody out. Bregman takes downstairs. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run homer, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Ian Happ up to hit. Just missed.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The 1-0. That one almost got him. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The count 2-1.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Up the middle, win. Handles, throws to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs, and as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Yeah, and what I love is it's an organizational philosophy, Boog. From instructional league to spring training, they practice this approach consistently, even in BP. When players are called up, they fit in right away, and that leads to success.
Seiya Suzuki, batting with one down, takes a strike. This one belted, deep left field, on its way, gone! It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One down. And up next for Chicago, Michael Conforto. He's been a great free agent sign.
Ball one.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Bounce to the right. Weatherholt. Slings to first in time.
Batting seventh, catcher Carson Kelly.
2 down, base is empty. And now the batter is Carson Kelly.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
2 down, nobody on. Aim for a strike, and the count even at 1. Kelly wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and the strike is overturned after review. So they've still got both their challenges. Next offer in there for a strike. That's strike 1. And a swing and a miss. Taps softly third base side. A swinging bunt. Sends it across to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Colin Ray. Chris, how about a scouting report?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Stepping in, J.J. Weatherholt.
Second baseman, number 26, J.J. Weather hold.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's the 0-2. This one chopped to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's the Cardinals lineup now. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Out towards right center field. Out number 2.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
First baseman, Alec.
And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. To the right side, Horner. Sends it to first. St. Louis goes down in order. It's the Cubs 4 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in St. Louis, on now to the top half of inning number 2. Pete Crow Armstrong digs in now.
Ball 1.
And the 1-0. Swings through that one out in front that time. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some, Boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
The 1-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Swanson digs in. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively.
Ball.
In the dirt. The 1-0. Aye. Crow Armstrong gets his lead at first with nobody out. Base knock center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Up next for the Cubs.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Nico Horner will hit next. Hit by a pitch leading off the ball game. This one kicks away from Herrera. Both runners move up on the wild pitch, and the double play is no longer in order.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
2 in scoring position, nobody out here at the top of the second. Liner snagged at first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now here is Michael Busch. He doubled home a run in his first AB. And that one fouled off. Two on, one out. What a stop to first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Cubs, third baseman.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Dustin May is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
Righty reliever out of the pen, number 67. This is his third time out this year. And now it's Alex Bregman. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. And that drops in for a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2. Runner at second, 2 down. And the slider just misses.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Man at second.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
The 2-2. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Inning over. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cubs 5 and the Cardinals nothing. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Bottom of the inning. Now up the Cardinals number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Here's Nolan Gorman.
Ball.
The 1-0. Just missed. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And a payoff pitch. A sliding stop. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Mason Wynn, the next to hit.
Hey.
Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong should have this one, and that ends the inning. Offense held in check there. End of 2 here at Busch Stadium. It's the Cubs 5 and the Cardinals nothing. On to the third inning. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Ian Happ.
Ball 1.
That's towards center. Scott on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder Seiya Suzuki.
So up next, Seiya Suzuki.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for the Cubs.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. He's 0 for 1.
Inside, ball 1.
And the 1-0.
Ball 2.
Way
That's
high.
a ball.
Suzuki leads off first with 1 away. Right through there for a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look.
Catcher Carson Kelly.
So the call stands. One challenge remaining for them now. And here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
Ball 1.
Two on, 1 out. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. And out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add on. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
One down. Now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. In the air on the infield. Wynn takes it in for the out. And there's two away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up.
Yep, that ball went out.
This one in the air right field. Grabs it on the run. And that is that. So the Cubs get 3 on this blast. It's now an 8-0 game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Busch Stadium. Bottom of the inning.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Nathan Church leading things off and takes a strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Here comes the 0-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki settles under this one. 1 away.
Batting 8, left fielder
Thomas Sajazi next up for the Cardinals.
That's a ball.
And a swing and a miss there.
Ball, that's inside.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
batting 9th, center fielder Victor Scott II.
2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Victor Scott. There's a line drive to left field. And that's the inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. Back after this on the show. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Nice grab. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Up next for the Cubs, first baseman Michael Busch.
Michael Busch getting ready to hit. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left. That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Fastball to letters, frozen for strike 3.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Number 67 done for the night. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
George
for the
Soriano
Cardinals.
into the game.
Number
He's into the
65.
game with the bases empty.
Soriano.
Now it's Alex Bregman. He's already homered here in this one.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Got him swinging. Cubs are down quietly as it remains an 8-0 game. Back here in St.
Leading
Louis,
off for
and
St.
here's the
Louis.
St. Louis leadoff man, J.J. Weatherholt.
Weatherholt.
Just missed.
You know, these Cardinals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 1-0.
Hey!
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just
Ball,
keep
that's
eating
outside.
right out of your hand.
The 2-1.
That's ball 3.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A gigantic blast. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 8-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Flied to right his first time. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. One down.
Up next for the Cardinals, first baseman,
Alec Burleson. Next up for the Cardinals. He's 0 for 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
There's a line drive to left field. 2 away.
up next for the Cardinals.
And now Jordan Walker. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. In the air, right field. Suzuki on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One for the Cardinals on the solo home run. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. We go to the top of the fifth, and here's the DH for the Cubs, Ian Happ.
You know, these Cubs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder,
Seiya Suzuki digs in now. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. Squirts away a little bit to second. Tag safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
And a swing and a miss.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's two aboard.
Up next for the Cubs.
So they're at the corners now. Michael Conforto will climb in. That one fouled off. The 0-1. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third, and yes, he offered at it. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and we're at the top of the fifth. Fights it off, he'll see another. The 1-2.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. The 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters. And more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Runners are at the corners, one away.
Ball.
Two on, one out.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Here's a 2-2. Out to short. The throw to second is offline.
Safe.
Up next for the Cubs.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting one, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. 1 for 2.
Ball 1.
The 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 9 and the Cardinals 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Gorman. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Next to hit, Mason Wynn. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. On the ground, 2 ball. Bregman over to second, on to Bush. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
For the Cardinals.
Base is empty after the double play. Nathan Church will hit next. Fly to right his first time. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong on the move, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. It's the Cubs 9 and the Cardinals 1. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one.
pitching.
New
for the
pitcher now,
Cardinals,
Justin Brule.
number
And with the big
47,
deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And here comes Dansby Swanson.
That's a ball.
That one
Ball, that's
outside.
out.
Ball 2.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Hey!
Gets the call. It's 2-2. Swanson wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. Sliced hard but foul. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Now a pop-up on the infield. Gorman. And there's one down.
Up next for the Cubs, second baseman Nico Horner.
Here's Nico Horner. And that misses. And that is ball 1. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. JoJo Romero, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. And the 1-0. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. The Cubs up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
That's ball 2.
This one in the air, center field. Scott settles underneath it. 2 away now.
Up next for the Cubs, first baseman Michael Busch.
Michael Busch, the next to hit. Gets the call. It's 0-1. He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. Two down, nobody on. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
This one high in the air to left center. Scott turns to the right on the move. And that'll do it. So they go quietly there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Cubs 9 and the Cardinals 1. Back here in St. Louis, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Thomas Sajazi.
Sajazi.
he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
This one in the air, right field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Cardinals, center fielder. Victor
And up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Just
Ball
missed.
two.
And a 2-1 on the way. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The Cards with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. J.J. Weatherholt now at the plate.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
next for the Cardinals, catcher.
Ivan Herrera digs in now. His home and away splits there.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
And there's a foul ball. Sajazi at second. Weatherholt over at first with one away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Ball.
In the air, right side. Suzuki coming on. And there's two down.
Up next for the Cardinals,
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Burleson.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
That one not close, and that's ball 1. 2 aboard, 2 outs. That one hit to right. And that is that. So the Cards strand a couple. They trail it big. It's 9-1. Back here at Busch Stadium, here's Alex Bregman.
Third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Hey.
Foul ball. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Cubs, the designated hitter.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Ian Happ. 1 for 3. And there's a hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder.
Now, Seiya Suzuki. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer.
Nope. Outside.
First and second, no outs. Here are the top half of inning number 7. Up the middle, Weatherholt. Here's Wynn for 1. To first, double play. Nicely done.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And here is Michael Conforto.
Hey.
Bregman on third with 2 out. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Oh, and this one gets away. No advance, though. Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first, and that is that. 1 left for the Cubs, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. Back here in St. Louis, now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Ty Block up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Roberts getting loose as well. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals, third baseman, Nolan
Gorman next up for the Cardinals.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field. I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And that's off
in.
the inside edge. And it's 1-1. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, you go after him and finish him off.
Here's a 1-2. And it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. There's a strike. Man at first, one away. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Up next for the Cardinals.
So now the DH spot, Nathan Church.
Sure.
Ball one there. Two on, one out. And that one fouled off. One now. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 stays alive. Runners at first and second with one gone. Here at the bottom of the seventh.
That's ball two.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. Still one challenge left for them. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away. Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Colin Ray departs. Pretty good effort, and he exits with a lead. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Ty Blach.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Now up for St. Louis, Thomas Sajazi.
Ball one.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And foul ball. One out, base is full. Fouls one off. 2-2. On the ground to third. To Horner at second for one. And that's quick work out of the pen. One batter, two outs, inning over.
This team is ready to make a play with the bases loaded. Excellent job of execution there. You turn the double play, and the inning is over.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Jojo Romero.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Here's the catcher, Carson Kelly.
Catcher, Carson Kelly.
And he boots it. Gets off a throw, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single. So man aboard, Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Kelly gets his lead at first, nobody out. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground to the left, and foul ball. Way inside. The 1-2.
Ball.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. One out man at first. Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. This is a guy that they are counting on to deliver, and early on this season, it's been a struggle. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Going, gone. He muscles that one out of here, and they boost their lead. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Back to the top of the order, Nico Horner will come up to hit.
Hey.
The Cubbies up big in this one, and we're in the top of the eighth.
That's a ball.
The 1-1.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Back foot slider struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 down, bases empty. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit.
Yeah.
That one the other way. Fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
For the Cubs, third baseman
Manager out of the
Alex
dugout
Bregman.
now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. JoJo Romero out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching
Andre
for the Cardinals.
Palante on the pitch out of the pen here. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Alex Bregman, the next to hit. You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. Man on second, 2 down. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Man at second. To the right side, Weatherholt throws to first in time, and that will end the inning. Back here in St. Louis, on to the bottom of the eighth, Victor Scott now at the plate.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. One up, one down.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman J.J. Weatherholt.
Back to the top of the order now. And now it's going to be J.J. Weatherholt. Chopper right side. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the Cardinals, catcher Ivan Herrera.
2 outs, base is empty. Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Line to left and foul ball. Lined into right. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Up next for the Cardinals, first baseman.
Man at second here with 2 away. And now the first baseman, Alec Burleson. 0 for 3 in this one. The changeup missing. And that's ball 1. Hard hit left side. In time to Bush. That's the inning. So 1 left for the Cardinals. They trail by double digits, 11-1. Back here at Busch Stadium, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
And they've really been peppering left field, as you can see from the graphic right here. Might be time for the defense to slide a bit towards that side.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Stanek, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Right through there for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And they'll do it again. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Suzuki
Ball 1.
in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. This one smoked on its way out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
One down at the plate. Michael Conforto.
Ball.
The 1-0. And that one ripped into right. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher Carson Kelly.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Carson Kelly.
Ball inside. Ball.
Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the ninth. Too
That's
low,
ball 3.
and it's ball 3. Out to center. Scott moving under this one. And that's the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker.
That's a ball.
Close
Ball 2.
one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 2-0. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Line drive to short and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals.
Ball 1.
The 1-0. Tap foul at the plate. One down, base is empty here in the ninth.
Ball inside.
That
Ball,
one
that's it.
misses. 3-1. In there at the knees for a strike. Got him looking. Cardinals now with just one out remaining. Gorman not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And the strike call will stand. No challenges left for them now. Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Tie block. Won't go any further. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Trent Thornton. This is his 5th appearance of the year. One out left for the Cardinals. And up next for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. Popped up. That gets down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Here's the Cardinal DH, Nathan Church. In the air, right field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take this one in a blowout.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays, great performances all the way around. Just one run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
12-1 is the final. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.